In this learning session, we will be learning about integers. Now, what are integers? A number system consisting of natural numbers, the number 0, and negatives of natural numbers is called a set of integers. And a set of integers can be represented by using the symbol z and enclosing the numbers belonging to z in the within the braces. As I have shown here, z is equal to inside the braces 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5 is a set of integers, endless on at both the ends. Now z also can be represented as z plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, and so on. It is a set of integers. A set of whole numbers and negative natural numbers is known as integers. Now, when I talk about negative natural numbers, it means that if 1 is a natural number, then minus 1 is the negative natural number. Now, the symbol of a set of integers is z. The least integer is infinite because it is endless on the left side, and the greatest integer is also again infinite. Every integer has a successor. Every integer, for example, 0 has a successor 1, 1 has a successor 2, 3 is a successor of 2, 4 is a successor of 3, and so on. So also 0 has a predecessor minus 1, and minus 2 is the predecessor of minus 2 is the predecessor of minus 1, minus 3 is the predecessor of minus 2, and so on. So that means every integer has a successor as well as a predecessor. Every integer has a consecutive integer. For example, 1 is a consecutive integer of 0. 0 and 1 are consecutive integers. 2 and 1, so all these are consecutive integers. Okay, we already know what are consecutive integers. And also you have to remember that the symbol of integer z, which represents here as 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2, is a set of integers. And so also we have z plus, it is a set of positive integers, and z minus is a set of negative integers. So please remember that 0 has no sign. Integers number line is the next thing what we have to learn. Integers number line is a horizontal line which represents integers. It means we have a horizontal line on which we have marked the integers. On the line we have 0, which is represented by a point, and towards the right of 0 we have the positive integers which are placed at equal distances, and to the left of 0 we have negative integers which are again placed at equal distances. So we have positive integers on the right of 0 and negative integers on the left of 0. Remember that. Now 0 is neither negative or positive. 0 is having no sign. The values of the numbers increase when we move from left to right of the number line. So if you see here, 0 is greater than minus 1, minus 1 is greater than minus 2, and plus 5 is greater than plus 4. Therefore the values increase as we move from left to the right of the number line. Now to understand ordering of integers, integers on the left of an integer is smaller. 1 is smaller than 2, minus 1 is smaller than 0 to the left. Whereas on the right, the integers are greater. 2 is greater than 1, 0 is greater than minus 1. So always remember, to the left they are smaller and to the right they are greater. So 0 is greater and it is greater than every negative integer, and 0 is smaller and smaller than every positive integer, which is for us to remember. Next point of our discussion is negative of a negative integer is a positive integer. What does this mean? If we have 5, the negative of integer 5 is minus 5, but if you find the negative of negative 5 is again plus 5. So negative of a negative integer is always a positive integer. That means minus of minus a is also always equal to a. Now let us understand with an example. If you take the number line plus 1, if I take the negative of plus 1, that means I have to go to minus 1. If I take negative of minus 1, again it becomes plus 1. So minus of minus 1 is what is called as 1. So minus 1 is the image of plus 1 and plus 1 is the image of minus 1. So therefore remember, the negative of a negative integer is always a positive integer. The next point of our discussion is absolute value of an integer. Now what is this absolute value? Now if I move from 0 towards the right 5 steps, then I get plus 5. If I move from 0 to the left 5 steps, I get minus 5. But I have moved 5 units to the left, 5 units to the right. That means this 5, which is the magnitude of the number, is what is called as the absolute value of integer 5. Therefore, absolute value of an integer is always positive. It is never negative. It can be 0 but never negative. And the absolute value is represented by putting two parallel lines across on either side of the number. So absolute value of 5 is 5. Absolute of minus 5 is also 5. It is always a positive integer. So remember that. Okay, absolute value of 0 is 0. So absolute value can be 0. Absolute value can be positive but never negative. So please remember that.